Hi everybody, it's Connie here. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys remember me. I used to have a TTC channel. I used to make TTC videos. Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. I stopped making videos in January or February of this year, I think, and I also stopped watching other people's TTC videos. I just kind of stopped everything, and there are several reasons for that. And so I just want to tell you guys, what happened. Basically, I had to stop making TTC videos right away. Well, not had to, but back then I was just so mortified. I found out some of my very conservative family members found my TTC channel, and here I was talking about, CM and BDing and, boobs and, other body parts. And, I was just so mortified. I just couldn't stand the fact that they could be watching, all my videos. So I just immediately took everything down. And, later on it became a huge issue, and it was causing me a lot of stress and a lot of pain. And, but, I think, now I've come to the conclusion that I can't just live my life for other people. This TTC thing is so awesome. I mean, I got to share my journey and also follow other people's journey, and it was just such a wonderful way to kind of go through this journey without feeling so alone, you know what I mean? And I get so much out of it, out of watching other people's videos. I learn a lot, and I just really wanted to share my journey as well, and basically just have a community where I can feel comfortable and everything. So it's like, why should I stop doing that? And I recently just said, you know what, this is my life. And it was really hard for me to do that, but what can you do? I can't keep living my life for other people. So anyways, hey, so that's that. So I'm not saying that I'm gonna, make weekly updates, but I will probably come on here again and just kind of keep everyone updated on my journey, because actually a lot of other TTCers recently, as of late, have been reaching out to me and saying, hey, how are you doing? How's your journey coming along? We'd really love to see an update from you. And also I recently started watching TTC videos again, and it seems like there's a lot of activity going on, and it just seemed like the right time. So yeah, so here I am. It is July, and I have not seen a BFP yet this whole year, not once. But granted, there were a lot of cycles that were just totally bust cycles, because either John and I were too tired, or there was something going on, stresses and other things going on that just didn't allow for a good environment, for us to take advantage of that fertile window. So many months, so many cycles like that this year. And so it's been a little bit frustrating, so, but I've really just been trying to enjoy life and not get too obsessed with TTC, because I tend to have an obsessive personality, and so it's easy for me to get really just all into it and get consumed by it, really. And so I just kind of like have been enjoying just being a little bit removed, taking a step back, and being in a really good place now. We recently went to go see a fertility specialist for the first time, like a real, like starting that whole journey and doing a consultation and everything. And that was back in the end of May. So that was the end of May where I got my first consult. And then in June, we started running a few tests, like doing a transvaginal ultrasound. The fertility specialist suspected a polyp or something in my uterus this time. I don't know what it is with me and polyps. Like, it's just so annoying. But he said that I should do an HSG test, and I went ahead and had an HSG test done, and that was quite an experience. And that test also showed that I may have a polyp or a fibroid or something going on in the uterus. So then my fertility specialist said to get that removed by going to my my regular OBGYN, and getting a hysteroscopy. So then I went to my OBGYN also at the sort of like somewhere in July, and then she told me that, well, I just don't want to do a hysteroscopy on you without doing a pelvic ultrasound and another transvaginal ultrasound, just so that she could have confirmation that there was something going on in there. So I couldn't just go ahead, I couldn't just schedule in a hysteroscopy right away. So my OB is now having me do all these tests. Had those tests done on July 11th, the pelvic ultrasound and the transvaginal ultrasound. And I have yet to hear from my OBGYN. I contacted them a couple days ago. I asked for a phone call back and nobody called me back on Friday. And now it's Monday and I haven't heard anything yet. And it's been, I would say, more than a week now since I've had that test done, and I have not heard the results. So that's where I'm at right now. But, you know, I have to tell you, it was really awesome just going to a fertility specialist and just going and doing the process and feeling proactive and, you know, getting these tests done and getting the blood work done and really just trying to get to, I just felt like we were making progress, and it was exhilarating, you know, and yeah, so that's where we're at right now. This July cycle was also a bust because my husband and I went to go visit my sister, and everything just so happened that it was right in the smack dab middle of my fertile window. So, you know, since we were, you know, visiting family and everything, we didn't want a BD. I just was not in that zone. So that was a bust, and then June was a bust because of other things that happened. Yeah, so it's kind of been frustrating because it's like every time that important fertile window comes up, there's something else that comes up, and we can't make the most of that fertile window for some reason these last few times. Oops, sorry, my knee hit the coffee table here. But I just want to just congratulate everybody who got their BFPs recently. It just seems like so many of you guys are getting BFPs, and it's awesome. I'm so excited for you guys. And but I also just want to apologize again for the abruptness of me taking down my videos. It was just a really challenging time for me. I figured, okay, fine, I'll take down my videos, and I'll take a break from TTC. I won't watch anything, I won't make anything. I just will not be in that zone because it was just too much for me. So but you know, the last few months seeing the fertility specialist and, you know, going on that journey has really given me a sense of like, okay, I'm doing something. I'm actually, you know, being proactive and getting some answers and getting closer to, you know, maybe getting closer to getting a BFP. I don't know, but so the doctor said, my fertility specialist said, once I get the polyp inside my uterus that has not been confirmed yet by my OB, once I get those removed, I don't even know if it's like 1 or 2. I have no idea because I'm still waiting to get a confirmation that there is something going on down there. Once I do the hysteroscopy, which is basically a removal of, you know, uterine polyp and fibroids and all of that, it's a procedure. It's like a minimally invasive surgery. I may have to go under sedation of some kind. I'm not sure yet. So once I get those removed, he said to call him back. And then after that, we may start IUI. So yeah, I'm not really gung-ho yet with the IUI. I'm still hoping that I will be able to get pregnant naturally, but you know, time's ticking now, really ticking, and I'm 38 years old, and you know, who knows, you know, who knows if it'll ever happen. But John and I are being so hopeful and really just kind of keeping our mind at ease and just kind of taking the steps and doing everything, you know, little by little and not getting so consumed. We're just really in a happy, relaxed place right now. So thank you so much for those of you who have reached out to me and just kind of, wondered, how I was doing. I so appreciate that. And, all of you guys, everyone else who I've ever met through this TTC channel, there's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about you. I'm always just kind of hoping and praying for you, and I go, gosh, I wonder, what's going on with that person, and there's so many videos that I want to catch up on, and so I'm just wishing everyone else out there who haven't gotten their BFPs yet to just, stay hopeful, stay calm, get as happy as you can with whatever that makes you happy, and I'm excited to be back and, continue this journey together. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and I will catch you in the next video. I'll probably do a video explaining my HSG experience and what that was like for me, so please stay tuned. I will be back. Thanks. Bye.